Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons & Doom Biscuit. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we are on the Xorn. Xorn, which is this ugly bug. We're going to do a size large one, because I think it'll be a little easier to handle. And it's essentially, it's got a mouth on top, 3 eyes around the sides, 3 claws on arms, and 3 lumpy legs. So to get started, I have a bead here that I was using on another project that didn't pan out. And I'm going to glue the eyes on it first. So to get the eyes on there, I'm just going to pick the sides and angle the eyes a little bit so they're not all facing the same directions. Maybe have this one looking up a little bit. And this one looking kind of maybe straight out. Okay. And then the arms have 2 claws on them. So what I'm going to do to make my arms is I'm just going to get some wire and my snippers. A pair of pliers and something round. My round thing will be a toothpick as usual, because I have one sitting here. So I'm going to get it started. Oops. I'm going to get it started. I'm going to wind it up. And you can twist this kind of loose. Okay. Figure out how long you want your arm to be. Let me twist this together here. Okay. Then I'm going to snip that in half, and I'm going to actually make that into 2 arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open one side back up. And I'm going to curl those down, and those are going to be his claws. And I'm going to mount that into place. I'm going to make it an interesting kind of shape and glue it down. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to let that get good and how I want it, and then leave it sit. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to open this side up a little bit. Twist those down in the claws, create an interesting kind of shape, and glue it to the bead. Okay, and we're doing the same kind of deal. We're just positioning them kind of in between the eyes. And I need one more little piece of wire. Well, I got a lot of string here, spider web if you will. Okay. And I'm going to twist that up. Ended up not needing the needle noses for this, but that's okay. Oops. Just kind of get a loose about the length I want. Twist those into claws. Give it an interesting little bit of shape. And mount it. Okay. Now I'll let that sit for a minute. And let's sort out our legs after I get that on there good. There's a mouth on top too, by the way, that comes out above those arms. So let's think about that for a minute. For the mouth, get some tin foil. And we will pull that down kind of into these like that. All right. We'll do these one at a time. Kind of let that turn into some goo. Oh, it's burning hot. We'll let that turn into some goo and kind of settle down towards the bottom. We'll do the whole thing like that, really. Just come around each eye. Then we'll let that cool. That arm got a little warped. That's okay. Come around, make sure we get good connection. Okay. Now, I have not made a Xorn before, and I'm willing to bet most of you haven't either. But if anybody has made a Xorn, I would absolutely love to see the Xorn you've made. This is one of those projects I was actually not exceedingly thrilled about. So these things can swim through rock and mud and stuff. They eat gems and ores and things like that. They can't even digest meat. Okay. Let's see if I have a knife laying around. Cool. We're going to set this on this knife and let it cool. And then we'll come back to work on it some more once that's cooled. So we need some little legs. So let's get the tinfoil and create our little legs. So I want them to be pretty stubby. So I'm going to roll my tinfoil up. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. Like that. Then I'm going to use that to make 2 legs. Let me get bigger cutters. So the flat spot there where we cut it is going to go on. Okay, we're going to have to wait and let that cool. We're going to make a third leg then while we wait. Okay. All right. We're starting to cool. Let's get a hold of this bad boy. Oh, it's stuck to me. Oh, it's stuck to me. I'm going to get my hot glue gun and create some form on that arm and drag it onto the torso or whatever this body part is. I'm going to do that on each one. Pushing the glue gun against it so I get some bond on each of those. Okay. Then I'm going to come around and fill out around the eyes a little better. Okay. Let me turn it so I can get a better grip. See right here, I didn't get enough. So drag that up in there and make that irregular and gross. Come around the eye, fill that in better. And once you have a cool arm that you can hold on to, you're going to want to mount the legs. So to mount the legs, I'm going to get some tin foil here and just kind of come all around the bottom like that. I'm going to do all 3 legs like tripods, kind of where the arms are. Okay. And that way I can also kind of set it down. All right, let me get another glue stick. All right, so if you're having a lumpy problem like that, that can be fixed. Like that. It'll clean that lumpy problem right up. Okay. But Xorns are lumpy, so you don't want to get rid of all your lumpiness. You want to keep some of it. Okay. Then we want to get lumpiness, get all the legs connected, and let that pool. Okay. Now, the Xorn they have in the book looks like he's supposed to be at rest. I want my Xorn to be like in combat, so mine's kind of like up on his legs, getting ready to fight. Okay. All right. Now you get your basic body done. This is where you do your cleanup work on the eyes or the limbs. And we gotta get the spider webs off here because they're gonna be a problem. And this limb kind of lost shape, so I'm gonna bend it up. I'm gonna pull that one down a little bit. Get rid of any spider webs. We got some problems here where the wire didn't take the glue well. We're gonna come in there and clean that up. And then we're also gonna make some mushy spots in here. Just push your gun into the soft glue and move it around a little bit. And that's going to create some texture that we can use to improve our paint job. And like right there, my glue was too hot or too dry to push my gun into. No problem. Okay. And put a dab of glue over each of those holes for the eyes, covering those up. That's too much, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Okay. And once you're pretty happy with your lumps, clean up around the legs a little bit maybe, like I'm trying to do. I'm not sure how well that's going to work out. But I want my Xorn to be lumpy and rippled. There's a lot of glue down here in the base area. Too much. I'm going to drag that up. Oh, shizen. Right in the bad spot there. Okay. Alright, so everything should be mostly dry at the top part. I'm going to burn some of this spider webs out of the bottom here. Alright, we gotta get that mouth sorted out now. So, before we get the mouth too sorted out, let's get something to use for teeth. I'm fortunate that I, right here, have something to use for teeth sitting here. These were from a dragon I used the other night to make a wyvern. And they should make good teeth for my Xorn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with just making a row here. stick my teeth in that glue. I need a Q-tip, finger, these things. Okay. Open that up a little bit more. I'm going to cut these a little shorter, just so it's easier for me to work with them. Okay. I'm going to get some glue. Do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to shove those in there. Get them to stick in place where I want them. Now, get your glue, go around the mouth on the outside, maybe get some on the arms. Oh. How many old man noises? Oh, followed by old man satisfaction noises. Sweet. All right. We're gonna get a good coverage on the arms. Look at that. We're gonna come around and fill up any cracks I didn't like, any areas that didn't feel well. Okay. And we don't have to hit everywhere, just the spots you want to make more gooder. Okay, come back in for some cleanup work. Feel like we're doing all right here. Okay. And we'll clean up around these legs a little bit. Strengthen them up and give them some texture. And then we can start painting. Now this paint job is going to be very easy. And I don't see the point of going into a second video. We can do it really quick and get it done. But I do need to do a little bit of cleanup work on eyes. There's that one. There we go. All right. So to paint this bad boy, first of all, let me clean off my spot here. Put my glue away. Put this head away. Wipe up that little bit of glue there. Sweet. Hot air gun. +2 hot air gun of burning. Also known as the hot air gun of making baking soda go away. All right, so looking at Xorn colors, I think they're gray, but I'm going to check the book to make sure. They're greenish gray. Okay, so we're going to do our body and we're going to do our base coat in this dark blue gray. So we're going to get a soft brush with soft bristles. We're going to dip it in water, dip it in our paint, and try to get a good base coat going. All right. Xorn City, dudes. We're almost there. Getting up underneath this model is kind of tough. I'd recommend getting a smaller brush unless you're super lazy like me. I believe we can do it with this brush. Okay. All right. Hot air gun this dude. Now for the mouth, we need pink. So I'm going to get an obnoxious pink color. I'm going to squirt a little bit there. Like that. And get a cheapy brush. And get down in there and push it down into the recesses of the mouth. Like that. What's going on under here? We are having all kind of drama underneath this model. It does not want to stick to my thing tonight because I've hit it with the hot air gun so much. Okay. Once we get those good and coated with pink, I'm going to use my hot air gun, or my minor burning hand spell to catch that little bit on fire there that's holding on. That is not getting it. Okay, well that's just going to be part of the model then, no problem. Once that's dry, I'm going to get some beige. For my beige, I'm using khaki. You can use whatever you got handy. Damp brush. Let's paint those teeth. Not quite dry. It's all right. We'll make it work. All right, getting our crappy brush back out, the dark blue gray. We're going to hit this with hot air, and then I'm going to come around and clean up around the mouth of the dark blue gray. We're going to have to do some touch-up work on the teeth, so I probably should have done those last. So around the mouth, we're getting that outer lip area. We're graying that back up with that cheap plastic brush. All right, I was just taking a look at things there. I'm trying to catch that thing on fire again and try to burn it out of there. I just don't think I can get it. It's got too much paint on it and stuff. Oh, I think we got some of it. Let's see if I can pull it out now. Yep. All right. Green. So you want a green and a gray mixed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some cardboard here. I'm going to put some of this country gray, which is a very light gray. And then I'm going to use that with some various tones of green to paint this dude. So I'm starting with this green, which is pretty heavy. I'm getting a makeup brush from the Dollar Tree, something like this. I'm going to get my green, and I'm going to get my white. And that's going to be my first base color, and I'm going to hit the whole guy with that pretty heavily. My intent is to cover the majority of the model, and I'm not worrying about the cracks, because we're going to come back with a green, watery wash at the end that will hopefully sit in those spots and work out nice. I'm not holding my breath or making myself any promises. I'm so glad that I am going on vacation next week. I will be able to get all kind of videos made, and I will have a bunch of new miniatures in my D&D room. I don't really play D&D anymore. We play my own system called Tomorrow Comes Doom, but we still call it the D&D room. I guess it's because when we bought this house, we wanted to have a D&D room. So we did. Okay. I think we got a pretty good coating of that there. Would you agree or disagree that our coating is okay? Okay, we're going to come up and do around the outside of that mouth, and we might hit the teeth a little bit, and that's okay if we do. Try to get in some of those bigger holes where there's too much gray showing if you can at this point. If you can't, that's fine too. It's not going to break the mini. Okay. Now I'm going to set my brush and my cardboard off to the side, and I'm going to air gun this dude. Like I said, we're going to use the gray and different green tones. So now I'm getting something called limeade. I'm going to mix that with my gray. Make a new green. And with this one, I'm kind of giving it less attention, not getting into every little groove and crack that I tried to hit mostly for the first part. But I'm creating a variation for undertone. It's going to be important moving forward. Set this off to the side. Hot air gun. Then for our last part of green, we're going to get more gray in that green we already had. And we're going to add a drop of khaki to that to make it a little less shiny, a little less bright. Okay. Nope, too much. Get that and that. There we go. Get some better cardboard here. That's, well, not better, drier cardboard here. We'll set this off to the side. Okay. Okay. Cool. Sweet. All right. Get a small brush. Get an off-white color, a yellowish white. I'm using ivory. We have 3 eyes to do. We're going to paint the eyes as circles. I didn't dry my green off enough, so I'm going to have to come back and do this again. Setting off to the side, air gun on this boy. Plus 2 hot air gun burning. Sweet. Let's try to get these eyes dealt with now. Now, one of the interesting things I noticed about the Xorn's eyes was that their pupil, they don't have an iris, and that their pupil is like a triangle. I don't know if that's based off of a real creature or where that comes from. This is a folk art color. I got this at either Michael's or somewhere like that. Hobby Lobby maybe. I'm just going to mix that onto my brush. I'm going to use that to catch the, I'm going to twist the nails a little bit more, bend them a little bit, make sure they're separated. And I'm going to paint them that color. All right. We're going to let that sit for just a moment. And then I'm going to get my bigger brush. I'm going to get dark brown. And let's do this base and get it knocked out. We're going to do this as quick as we can and try to do a nice job of it. But we're already up there. So, on time. So let's get under here. Get our Xorn's base done. Poop stones, meet the poop stones. They're the people that poop a lot. From the town of Fart Rock. That's nasty. Whoever taught me that song is a bad guy. Did an online poll, one of those like little stupid Facebook quizzes, what my alignment was. I don't know what exactly I thought my alignment was, but apparently after I took the damn quiz, I am lawful good. Not sure how. Never set out to be lawful good. I'm not a police officer or a lawyer or anything like that. I'm just a dude. And I got lawful good. I guess I kind of assumed I would be neutral good, but no. And the only reason I took it is because one of my fraternity brothers posted that he was lawful evil, and I'm thinking to myself, that dude evil? No way. So I don't know how much I trust this test. I think it just assigns you some shit and is like, yo, that's what you are, bro. You're that. I'm going to have Mrs. Doom and the older Doom boys take it. The adult Doom boys take it. So I was thinking about doing a wash on him, but I kind of like him the way he is. I don't think I will. I'm going to get a small brush. I'm going to make sure those eyes are supposed to be little diamonds like I thought. Yeah, little diamonds. I'm going to get a green color. I'm going to paint little triangles. Then I'm going to use a little bit of speed paint to save time here. I'm just going to do a little, I'm going to shake it up first. Get a drop of that. Boop. I'm going to do this teeth and his nails with that. Okay. Getting that mouth a little bit and some of that recesses down the bottom and create some depth artificially with that paint. I'm going to hot air gun this dude. Now, there's going to be a step you won't see, guys. When he is dry from his clear coat, I'm going to come back and gloss the eyeballs. The reason I did this part here, let me show you quickly, is because he is supposed to have a much lighter tone of green around his mouth. Just like a little rim. So what I'm going to do to capture that, so I'm going to get some antique white and some of that light green. And I'm going to mix my own color with that. And mix a little bit of that into and make it repulsive. Okay. I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to come around and do like a lip outline here. Just real lightly around the outside of the mouth. And I'm not going to make an enormous effort to make it perfect. I'm just simulating what's going on there. Okay. Something like that. And I don't think I need it anywhere else, but I'm going to put a little bit around the eyes of that, just underneath them. Just to create some focus there. Okay. It's Mike Wagusky, or whatever his name is, from Monsters, Inc. But unfortunately, he's been doing meth. Damn it, Mike. We told you to stay away from the meth. You didn't listen, bud. Now you have to suffer. All right, a little bit of glue. Now we're right at 40 minutes here, so we're going to call this a win. That was quick, and it's not a bad-looking miniature. So, oh, come on, you. Give me some glue. I got to refill this again. Oh, that's like the third time, Monster Manual. Come on. Monster Manual will be eating up my supplies. All right. So if you like what we're doing here on the channel, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and all that happy crappy that makes the channel grow and lets new people see it. And even though we're not a monetized channel, we're just a small fun channel, I just, for vanity reasons, have desires to get more followers, because I didn't think I would get this many followers or subscribers or whatever you call it. Followers sounds a little culty to me. We did get them. We're over 600. I think last time I checked, we were at like 610, something like that. Maybe it was 620. I don't know, 615, 610. Let's say 610 last time I checked. I used to check a lot, and I'm trying to make myself not check because it stresses me out. All right, there we go. That's our Xorn. Hey, thanks for watching. We already did that part. Go to the website, buy some miniatures from us. I would love that. www.dungeonswag.com. Link will be in the description. Also, go to the Discord. Show us what you're making. If you made a Xorn or you're going to make a Xorn, we want to see it. Anything you make, we want to see. If you're making weapons, we'd like to see that. If you're making crochet stuff, we want to see that. Especially if you're that crazy guy that makes the shorts where he like lightsaber fights with crochet shit. That's hilarious. See you next time. Thanks for watching.